Board of Health notice special meeting on Thursday, September 24th at 6 p.m. I'm sorry we're 5 minutes late. We were waiting for other board members. All right, we're here to discuss what to do about the racetrack property located on Route 7 in Pownal, Vermont. Okay. So anybody like to go first, or did we hear anything back from the owner?
Yeah, Mike, maybe you go first.
Okay, no, I'll speak on this one for sure. During our last special meeting on Friday,
Our emergency meeting.
our emergency meeting that we had on Friday evening, I had reached out to Stephen Solar, who is the managing partner for the Green Mountain Racetrack LLC, via text message. I had also talked to him on, I believe it was Friday during the day, could have very well been Thursday, I don't remember the exact day. I was told that he was coming up over this past weekend. I made myself available to him through that text message at any point over the weekend. Rebecca had made herself available to Mr. Solar over the weekend, and he failed to contact either one of us.
Well, I think maybe we should talk about what we were going to do with him.
Right.
You know.
Right. At that point, we were going to have which we have drafted, a
Assurance of discontinuance.
letter that is an assurance of discontinuance, assuring the town that he was in the process of taking care of, or the group. I shouldn't say him, because it's not just Mr.
Right.
Solar. It's a partnership. He is the managing person. So he failed to reach out to us. I also reached out to another contact of his on Saturday, I believe, and told that person that we really needed to have this taken care of. So at this point, we have heard absolutely nothing. We have been confirmed absolutely nothing from anybody at the Green Mountain Racetrack LLC property, and I don't have the address in front of me, but whatever it is.
It's 712 US Route 7.
Okay. Just so we're clear. This piece of property has been deemed unsafe by the fire marshal's office. I worked with them on Thursday. We have a report from the fire marshal's office stating that, and I believe Mr. Solar has that same exact report given to him. So I thought we were acting in good faith, trying to deal with this without going to a legal battle, however you want to say it is. And that's kind of my style. I think that's our board style, and it should be the town style. Let's face it, they are taxpayers and whatever. But at this time, they've failed to contact us or let us know what's going on. It is an extremely unsafe place, in my opinion. And we, as the Board of Health, need to take action on that situation down there, whatever that course of action is.
Do you want me to speak about some of the legal?
Right.
Yeah.
So I just want to give kind of a synopsis on
Yeah.
where we were and because I've been the contact person, so to speak, to Mr. Solar.
And I also want people to know that's why we shut the road and put a gate up to keep people out. Nobody can get in there by vehicle, but we cannot stop, unfortunately, people walking in.
Mm-hmm.
Right, or traffic down the railroad tracks. It's
Exactly.
just, it's impossible to.
And it's very unsafe, and my main concern is the safety of the residents.
So just to recap, because I think now we can talk about what we talked about in that emergency meeting.
Right.
Now that we're on the other side of it,
Right.
is that we spoke with our town attorney, and he gave us a couple different options of paths we could take. And he also very much reminded us that the liability lies upon this property owner.
Right.
However, because we know what a danger it is, we can certainly take action on any of it. So we thought we would attempt to get him to sign this assurance of discontinuance first. We were hoping we'd meet him in person, have a conversation, and get him to sign it. But he was a no-show for that. So the next steps that we can take, if we like, are, I have them here in your packets. It's detailed out about the health order procedure. Here's the thing, it starts with step 1, health officer. Our health officer is not in town at the moment. So I do have a suggestion that you can consider. I think maybe you can discuss this, that it might behoove you to actually send that assurance of discontinuance certified to him and ask him to sign it. That gives us the time, we give him a week to respond. That gives us the time for our health officer to return, at which point we will have the person who has the statutory authority to issue health orders. If you want to begin the procedure of issuing a health order tonight, step 1 is the health officer prepares a notice. So, yeah, Linda? Okay.
My thought was to serve him paperwork. That was my thought.
So the question is, do you want it to be the health order, or do you want to attempt to get him to sign an assurance of discontinuance, which is already drafted and has the requirements that we laid out, which are for public knowledge. They were, I believe, to erect a fence to contract with a fencing company, start erecting a fence within 4 days, to have a contract with the demolition company within 15 days, and to have it down in 30.
And that would be from the day that he receives the paperwork.
Yes.
What's your thoughts, Mike?
My thought is to go directly to the health order right now because we acted in good faith on the letter, and I understand there is certain circumstances that he may not have been able to get here over the weekend, but it's been a week now and we've heard absolutely nothing from anybody. I say we go ahead with the health order and start the procedure and get it taken care of. That's me.
Yeah, because they can pick up a phone or a text and contact us. Nobody's contacted the office, correct, Linda?
So the first step then is the health officer, preparing a notice of intent to seek the health order. So I do have a sample of that, and so I can write that for you.
Okay.
And have you sign it. Step 2 is notice along with the statement of procedural rights. I also have a sample procedural rights. Is sent and served upon the owner, and he suggests personal service. So that means that we're hiring a sheriff in his area to serve him. Step 3 is set the hearing on the health order, and step 4 is at the hearing allow the owner to respond to the allegations and the proposed health order. So
just to ad lib a little bit about this too. Part of my reason for going forward with the health order is we are continually putting our first responders, our fire department, our rescue squad people in jeopardy if we don't act now. Because I was in the fire service for a long time here in town, for the people that don't know that. I'm going to tell you that if somebody's in that building and something happens to them, those guys and girls, men and women, are going in.
Even though I asked them not to.
Okay, it's in their blood, it's in their training, it's in their mind, it's 100%. I've worked with so many of them, I know what they're thinking.
Right.
Okay, before it happens. And I, for one, don't want to sleep at night knowing that I didn't do anything and one of those guys or girls, men or women, are going into that building just to save somebody who shouldn't have been in there in the first place. But let's face it,
check it out. Right.
It's going to happen. That's my sole thing. That's my sole purpose. Those guys, men and women, have put in a lot of hours as it is, and sunk a lot of taxpayers' money into taking care of that situation. That's my sole purpose.
Okay. Do you have any comments, Ronnie?
I'm new on this thing. My thoughts are, it ain't our property. I can't see why though, we can't, you talk to the lawyer, I didn't talk to the lawyer. We can't see why we can't demand that he puts up a chain link fence, barbed wire on top, no trespassing signs on the building, and maybe even throw a couple cameras up. And that's his liability, people shouldn't be in there, even on foot.
Exactly.
You'd have to scale that fence over that barbed wire. That's my thoughts. And if we can't force him to do that, maybe the town should go ahead and have it done in back door. I think we can do that in the procedure too.
We can.
Yes, we can.
I mean, it's, you gotta do something. Mike's totally right. You can't leave it open. You can't have people down there. Somebody's gonna explore too deep. Whatever.
They've already been in the building, Ronnie. I know that for a fact.
That's my.
I've heard that there was 2 calls down there over the weekend. I don't know if that's true or not, but I did hear that.
They've been back several times. I do think the fire itself now is entirely extinguished. The problem with that was layer after layer of roofing material on the 3rd floor that you couldn't get to.
Right.
You just, because you could not make an entry into the building whatsoever. It was totally external. That was the huge problem. I just think we acted in good faith. We didn't get a return of good faith.
Yeah, we really actually worked quite a bit trying to get things prepared for him. And
And for his partners. We offered some things to him as a board that to try to get things going.
Also, Chick Fostian, one of the partners a long time ago, wanted to inform you that there's 3 oil tanks underground, 5,000 gallon ones, 5 to 10,000 gallons.
Yep.
They should be.
I forgot about those. I
So
knew
that
too.
was
so add that to our.
yes, they need to.
Thanks, Linda.
Okay, so do we need a motion? Mike, do you want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion that we proceed with the health order and take whatever steps necessary to get this building, this problem taken care of.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Any more discussion? Mike,
Aye.
Ronnie?
Aye.
Angie, aye.
So I can draft this up for you tomorrow and we'll meet and we'll
Sign
figure
it.
out, we'll
And
figure
then
out.
we'll certify, send it to them, and we'll have to get a sheriff.
He said, I'm also gonna prepare the statement of procedural rights. And would you like me to run it by our lawyer before I send it? Just because we don't have our health officer here. And
Yes, that would be
I mean-
probably a good idea.
if I don't hear back from him, I feel pretty confident I can follow a template, but,
Yep.
all right, good.
Perfect.
I would like to say thank you to all of the fire department and the EMTs. They did a remarkable job, and I can't thank them enough. I mean, they really did a phenomenal job.
Right. Not only our
But out of the other state,
That's right,
everybody that helped, it was a
Yep.
huge ordeal, and it could have been a lot worse than what it is. But thankfully, nobody got hurt. Okay, anything else on this? We want to open?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, I don't know. No?
Okay.
No, okay. Okay.
right.
No.
Public comment.
Well, if anyone wants to ask a question. So if anybody wants to ask a question, they can raise their hand and I'll unmute you.
Yes.
Right. I think we have to.
Yeah,
Well, it's not on my.
I'm not seeing any hands up, but we can give them another
Well,
minute.
that's right. We'll give them.
Yeah.
We'll give people time to chime in. I don't have a problem with that.
No hand up though.
For public comment, if anybody's out there and would like to ask a question, please raise your hand. We'll give you 1 minute. If not, then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. I have a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
A second.
I'll second it.
Mike,
Aye.
Ronnie,
Aye.
Angie, aye. Thank you very much.
See you at 7.
See you at 7.